For Livestock U, this is Alexa Myers, and today we're talking to Jack Armstrong. How was the lifestyle of a coach different from what you expected?
A lot more stressful than I ever thought. When you're in a position of leadership, there's a lot of people that second guess you. Everyone always thinks they can do it better than you, and a lot of times, we all want to be liked. And I think the thing that I learned the most is that if you base decisions based upon being liked or being popular rather than doing what's right, you're going to have problems. As long as you communicate well and you do what you believe is right, people will fall in line and kind of go along with what you're trying to do.
And how has the schedule of a coach affected your family life and how you've dealt with that?
It's hard. I will not kid you. There are times if you're a coach, I think you're in public life. Unfortunately, you have to neglect components of your life, whether it be your time with your family, your health, just your day-to-day time to reflect. There are times during the course of a season where you've got to spend the 16, 18, 20-hour workday in the office, and your wife has to basically raise the family, and that's hard. And you can, I'm sure, talk to Chan Gailey and his coaches with the Buffalo Bills, or Lindy Ruff and his coaches with the Buffalo Sabres, or any of the college coaches here at UB, Canisius, St. Bonaventure, Niagara, and I'm sure they would say the same thing. So that's a hard thing to deal with, that you say, wait a minute, I'm spending all these hours here, and my life is in a fishbowl, and I'm missing some real precious times in the growth and development of my children.
So after being at Niagara, you got fired, and you've talked openly about that. Being in the public light and seeing that on all the newspapers and listening to that on all the news channels, did that affect you and your family?
Well, it affects you, sure. Absolutely. It puts you in a position where now you have to respond. The question is, am I going to become bitter or am I going to become better? And I made the decision that I'm going to utilize that experience, which was a wonderful experience. I love Niagara. I had a great 10-year experience there. I'm going to use that as a springboard for success. I'm going to get better from that. And I feel like I have. In life, we get knocked down. As a coach, as a public figure, your failure is more on the front page than maybe when someone gets fired at a job. And believe me, it hurts there just as much as it hurt me. I think we have a choice we have to make in life. 10% is what happens to us. 90% is how we choose to deal with it.
Do people respond to you differently when you're here in Western New York than when you're over in Canada?
Yeah, in Western New York, hey, coach, how you doing? And then when I'm in Ontario, it's more, hey, Jack Armstrong, Toronto Raptors. So, and a lot of people there call me coach as well.
And lastly, with the NBA lockout, are you concerned with how that's going to affect your career?
Well, it's funny. The first year in the NBA for me with the Toronto Raptors was 1998. That was the last lockout. So I've lived it before. And I think the thing that I've learned is you can't worry about things you can't control. I can't control what ownership and the players' union agree or disagree on. So I kind of have just an impartial view, and I sit there and I watch, and I let them worry about it. And when I know I have a schedule for this season, and I have every hope and expectation that at some point when they say we're ready to go, all right, here we go. I'm ready to do my job. So I can't worry about it. I'd drive myself nuts if I did. So if it doesn't happen where we don't have a season or we miss games or whatever, then if you need your driveway shoveled, I'll be more than happy to come over and shovel your driveway. But I'll worry about that when we get to that point in the road. But I think that's the best way to go about it. I'm just doing my thing every day, getting ready for the season, and fingers crossed it all works itself out.
All right, well, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I'm Alexa Myers from Livestock.